All right, guys, listen. I've been wanting to watch this video for a while. It's from Sunny V2. It's about the DaBaby. It's called How DaBaby Became the Most Hated Rapper Ever. I remember covering this a while ago about the DaBaby. He got canceled for some sussy conversation. It's crazy how we cancel everybody for doing something that's not like perfect. You know what I mean? Like, we're all so imperfect. We all have prejudice in our heart. I mean, this is like a new thing I'm trying to talk about. We all have prejudice in our heart, and it's not about having it or not. It's about what you do with that prejudice. Do you help get yourself through it? To be a better person. Because people who would say that, I don't have any hatred or prejudice in my heart, you're a liar, or you just aren't self-aware enough to realize it. So. Yeah, and it says never respond. This is a big Sunny V2 moral philosophy that I've noticed. He never responds. It's working, clearly. So, why do you keep saying it's a little urban segment? What does that mean? It's weird. All right, let's go.
DaBaby has slowly become the internet's most hated rapper. What did he do to earn this?
What was that? Hold on.
DaBaby has slowly become the internet's most hated rapper. What?
Rapper. That was pretty good.
Did he do to earn this title? Well, his actions range from insulting fans.
Hold on a second. For any brands, networks, or artists that like to profit off black rappers' influence on the culture without understanding it or having the patience to deal with it, what comes with the position we play in our culture?
Fans to getting angry at flight attendants.
We ain't finna act like she ain't just jump out of bed.
But the very first thing that
maybe she did. If she was a long flight, the flight attendants got to sleep.
began to turn DaBaby's audience against him was the time he'd get into a beef with kids YouTuber JoJo Siwa.
Oh, dude.
It began after DaBaby would post a song titled Beatbox Freestyle.
You can't come after JoJo Siwa, all right? She's got too much what the kids called nowadays riz. JoJo Siwa has too much riz. Or riz cracker. I'm a Riz Cracker, baby. Woo, that would be my rap name. Riz Cracker. Ooh, that's actually kind of good. That's actually decent. That's not bad. I could have some good flow with that.
In which he'd hold up a photo of JoJo Siwa and call her a bunch of nasty names. The snippet was instantly shared to Twitter, where it gained over 1 million views and 42,000 likes.
What the fuck did JoJo Siwa do that made DaBaby mad?
Likes on a post reading, "What TF did JoJo Siwa do that made DaBaby mad like that?" While some joked about DaBaby calling her out over a height insecurity, most were simply baffled that DaBaby would target a kid's YouTuber. She's literally a child. Kinda out of line, to be honest. Yo, that is funny AF. You really came for a whole kid, which accompanied a post by James Charles reading, "Can someone please explain why DaBaby is dissing JoJo Siwa when she's 12 years younger, 10 times richer, and 2 inches taller than him?"
Damn. Of course, James Charles is the #1 person to come forward to defend a child. So you got to have a lot of respect for him for that one, guys. Definitely standing tall for those kids. Tall and strong. Really hard moral ethics for that young 17-year-old JoJo Siwa. Maybe he thought that JoJo was a guy's name. Like from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and that's why he was so quick to defend. We don't really know.
Now, DaBaby had absolutely no business in responding to these comments, as they weren't really even criticism. A lot of the responses were supportive, such as, "I don't think..."
Didn't he think that she dissed him in a song or something?
Meant nothing of it, probably just needed something to say. And the others were simply surprised that DaBaby went there, which is literally how DaBaby described his own branding.
I'm gonna say, I can't believe he said it.
However, despite also stating that he wasn't the type of guy to respond to things online,
when it's said outside of music and I'm expected to respond and clear it up without using music, that ain't what I do.
He'd still take to Twitter.
I can respect that. I understand like the music is what you do to like talk about stuff.
To squash the drama in a post reading, "It's JoJo Siwa. My 3-year-old princess is your #1 fan. I bought her every product you have out. She thinks she you. Don't let them trick you into thinking I'd ever have a problem with you. My wordplay just went over their heads. All love on my end, shorty. Keep shining."
That's weird. Like, I see, here's the thing. I can understand having a specific philosophy about the way that you want to respond to particular things. And if you as a rapper only want to respond to that in music form, then you should just do that instead of responding to Twitter. I feel like you just shouldn't take to Twitter. You shouldn't engage in the Twitter sphere on any topic because it becomes very toxic. And once you put your hat in the ring, Twitter thinks that you're part of their your disgusting fucking stew of just horrible, hateful people. Whereas if you just stay out of it and you don't become terminally online, it's just different. But now they feel like they have a whole. I feel like that was probably his first mistake, which is what I think Sunny V2 is trying to show us.
Now, DaBaby's response was actually pretty decent, but since he never needed to respond in the first place, all he did was show everyone that he was paying attention to the drama and was unable to stay silent if he was criticized too heavily. In the lead up to this tweet, DaBaby had established a reputation as a kind of hardcore gangster rapper, and to be on Twitter justifying why he made a diss on a kids YouTuber felt kind of inauthentic to his image. DaBaby stated in an interview that he's doing his own thing and is not really caught up in any of the internet drama.
I'm just doing me, like I'm not even really caught up in what I got going on.
Yet in a different interview, he contradicts this by stating that he's willing to change his opinions if the internet criticism becomes too harsh.
It's about how much you value others' opinions on the internet or just, people's opinion around you. I don't value it until they get to messing with my money. You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. Now.
Damn, you can't say that. I only value it when they mess with my money. Don't acknowledge that, brother. You can't do that.
You probably need to take heed to that, make some adjustments.
While this is certainly a more mature approach, maturity is rarely what people are looking for in
yeah, it might be mature, but like that's the problem is like people aren't mature on the internet, right? So now they're like, oh, we're hitting his money. Let's keep doing it. Boom!
Music and entertainment. I could be wrong about this, but it often feels as though the personality of the person making the music is just as important as the music itself. And when it comes to hardcore rap, people want to follow the completely unapologetic gangster as opposed to the person who's known for responding to criticism on Twitter. This point feeds perfectly into his response to the Rolling Loud controversy, which happened only 4 months after the incident with JoJo Siwa. Whilst on stage, DaBaby would imply that people with HIV weren't welcome at his shows, and since
I forgot about this clip. Well, I forgot what it was specifically was. I remember the clip, but I don't.
The event was being streamed online, the internet began to discuss the comments immediately. Now, as mentioned in
wait, I want to see exactly what he said. DaBaby. Let's go. Homophobic comments. I want to see the speech. I think it's important to see the speech. Are we not going to be able to find it?
You didn't show up today with HIV, AIDS, any of them deadly sexually transmitted diseases that'll make you die in 2-3 weeks. Put a cell phone light in the air. Lady, if your pussy smell like water, put a cell phone light in the air. Fellas.
Lights up.
Fellas, if you ain't sucking nigga dick in the parking lot, put your cell phone lights in
Let's
the
be
air.
real about this shit.
Keep it fucking real.
Some of y'all niggas suspect as a motherfucker. Let's be real.
I'm gonna dress.
It's so stupid. Yeah, so listen, a little bit of casual homophobia in there, I think, was the biggest issue. And it's unfortunate. I will say that I've noticed some casual homophobia in some of the rap. Some of the rap. Don't I sound like a grown man? And like, it's not ideal, but I think that like we don't have to cancel somebody to change it. You know what I mean? Like we could just be like, hey man, you know why this is wrong? Instead of, yeah. So, maybe that's why I went after JoJo Siwa, but, yeah, I'd say that's what it is.
Brad Bresson super chatted $2. Papa watch the Lex Friedman Todd Howard interview.
Maybe. Who's Todd Howard?
In other videos, if DaBaby had simply stayed silent on the criticism, the problem would have disappeared. However, just like the JoJo Siwa controversy,
maybe. I feel like he almost like threw his hat into the ring. And so like now he's almost like stuck in there. But yeah, he definitely should have just taken a little step back, right?
he felt the need to clarify his position with a public statement.
I'm gonna address this one time and I'm gonna get back to giving my love to my fans. See what I'm saying? Because what me and my fans do at the live show, it don't concern you. It's not y'all business. What I do at a live show is for the audience at the live show. It'll never translate correctly to somebody looking at a little 5-6 second clip on their phone. It just don't work like that.
This Instagram live stream only led to more people discovering what he had said. And
yeah, it's not a good thing when your entire defense kind of hinges on this idea that like, oh, it's out of context. Like it can obviously work to say that this is out of context, but when you say something's out of context, but you don't explain the context or the explanation of what the context is doesn't make sense, people don't really enjoy it. So
shortly thereafter, celebrities such as Elton John, Madonna, and Dua Lipa were stating on Instagram that they were surprised and horrified at DaBaby's comments.
Shut up, Dua Lipa.
DaBaby stated that he wasn't worried at any point during the Rolling
I'm still a DaBaby fan. Let's go.
Loud controversy.
Were you kind of scared, like how everyone was like trying to cancel you and shit like that?
Nah, I wasn't scared. That was probably my problem.
However, this is a complete contradiction to his actions, because if he wasn't scared, he wouldn't feel the need to take to Twitter and apologize, which is what he would do after the Instagram live stream. I want to apologize to the LGBTQ+ community for the hurtful and triggering comments I made. Again, I apologize for my misinformed comments about HIV/AIDS, and I know education on this is important.
Yeah, he probably just shouldn't have acknowledged this.
Going back to the problem of
it's nice that he did, but it probably didn't help him.
authenticity, DaBaby would go on to state that he didn't even agree with his own apology.
Even though, you know, I don't agree with it, you feel me? Like, you know, if this the example that got to be made, if this what God want me to go through, you feel me? For whatever reason, let's do it, I'm with it.
And that he only put it out
That doesn't help him at all. It's not even sincere.
because at a certain level, you have to move in a different way.
You get to certain levels in it, you know, you got to make adjustments, you know what I'm saying, and move a certain way. It's simple, you know.
Ironically, he's talking
Well, then they're just fucking own
to
himself.
Charlemagne, who wrote a book on how living an authentic life is the quickest path to success, which is something that DaBaby himself highlighted as the reason behind why he's been so successful.
What makes you different?
I mean,
Like, why do you get that drive?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just me.
Yet going back on his own statements and posting insincere apologies
Yeah, the label probably called him and told him to apologize. Yeah, but I mean, like, yeah, probably. That's probably what happened. But still, it's like, what do you do? Like, if you're not going to mean it, you shouldn't have done it, you know?
was the opposite to being his authentic, brutal rapper image.
As a rapper, somebody who can speak freely, and I'm not one to do all that hard work day in, day out, make all these sacrifices, get there just to be controlled like a puppet, you know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't how I get out.
Now, it didn't seem like DaBaby actually had any problems with the people he called out.
Anybody from the LGBTQ community, any of that, bro, I am not tripping on y'all. I ain't never had an issue with none of y'all. It wasn't directed to no group of people in particular and nothing like that. Like, it really ain't that deep at all to me.
However, because he blew the whole thing up with a bunch of his own social media attention, the brands he was working with began to drop him one by one. Fashion brand Boohoo publicly...
I think he also got kicked out of like a venue. He was going to a concert. I don't remember which one it is.
They ended their relationship with him. Lollapalooza dropped him from the lineup on the very last day.
Why does he have to apologize? He doesn't mean it. I don't think that he should have, but I think it's that the brand probably told him, we'll drop you if you don't apologize. It's like outrage culture. You know, I think he's hot. I think that it's problematic what he's saying. I just think that like there's better ways just to engage with it than try to go after his money or something. But
of the festival, citing their founding values of diversity, inclusivity, respect, and love. The Governor's Ball Music Festival, set to take place.
I went to a Charlotte Hornets game once, and he was on the court on the jumbotron flexing his ice. It was so funny. You know, that's funny. But personally, I wouldn't carry on a cooler just so that I could show people my ice. It just kind of seems silly to me. But whatever, you do you.
Place in September, announced that DaBaby would not be performing as part of their lineup. UK event Parklife cut him from the roster, though the rapper's team claims that the decision was made months before Rolling Loud. The team behind Day and Night Vegas replaced his setlist with that of Roddy Ricch. Even the Working Families Party quickly removed him from the list of celebrity performers, and on the Full Send podcast, DaBaby...
You guys are fucking so annoying with the Rainbow Mafia shit. It's not gay people that canceled DaBaby. I want you to understand. It's Twitter. They don't like that's you understand. Like, don't pretend that it's like this magical fucking online gay mafia. There's groups of people all across the board. All right, there's fucking gay Twitter. There's black Twitter. There's probably white Twitter. I think that they call that what's like the fun of some other platform is now white Twitter because you know the whites got ran off the platform. No, but there's different groups of people. That doesn't mean they represent everybody. You know, and most gay people don't really give a shit about DaBaby. They would just be like, oh, I don't want to watch him. I don't care about him. You know,
claimed that he was set to release his own meal at Burger King, which was also cancelled as a result of
the baby meal. They should, you know, what they should have done. They should have made him make the meal like a hot dog. You know. Like a hot dog with some mayonnaise come on it, stuff with mayonnaise, so you squeeze it out, and then that would have been his repentance for saying homophobic shit. Just hey, squeeze that. Hey, come on down to Burger King and squeeze that wiener. Let's go. You know, something like that. Not too bad.
Controversy.
I had my own meal at Burger King. A lot of people don't know that. It was called the Jonathan Kirk meal. They wanted to use my name. I shot a commercial for it and everything. They had my name on the box, everything. Like, they had me. No, that's when all the controversy.
In a different interview, DaBaby gave a dollar figure for how much his comments had cost him.
I had $30 million worth of shows on the schedule before December 31st. I was going to buy my private plane, but it is what it is. It go how it go. You know, God ain't want me to have my plane yet. He's like, hold on, man, just chill.
And while DaBaby clearly
God didn't want me to have my plane. All right, brother, I respect that.
Took the loss in a very respectable manner.
Give it a big old brat. Big charred brat with some mayonnaise in the middle. Yeah, that's DaBaby meal. You know what I mean? It's a big old thick brat. Put that in your mouth. Maybe some French fries on the side.
This seemingly did little to repair his reputation, as after being invited back to Rolling Loud 6 months later, the crowd threw drinks at him. However, the worst part about the controversy was, from that point onwards, DaBaby was berated on Twitter for almost anything he'd do. For example, people brought up the time where he'd attack a fan at a club for putting a flashlight in his face, resulting in another apology video.
I do sincerely.
Hey, don't put a... It's probably not ideal, but when you're on stage and you're fucking hyped up and shit, and people are fucking with you at the concert and they're constantly fucking with you, I could see why you go a little erratic.
Apologize. Keep in mind, I couldn't see you.
Accompanying another bizarre clip of him being rejected whilst trying to kiss a fan, which also warranted some kind of strange Instagram response to the event.
That one was weird. Why are you forcefully trying to kiss a fan, you fucking psychopath? All right, why was he doing that?
A clip of him being rejected whilst trying to kiss a fan, which also warranted some kind of strange Instagram response to the event.
That was a little weird. That one's a little sussy, bro.
And he just can't make...
What's this other one? Beep boop 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 bop 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 bop. Yo, go ahead on it, man. Me and my Bobos love each other to death, but ain't no kissing going on.
And he just kept making mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake.
There was also the
I think it's not just that he's making mistakes, but now he's telling people that he'll apologize for any mistake that he's ever made. So now that people are just like, see, this is a problem, you know? That's the problem, is half the cancel culture, if not more, is how you react to the cancel culture, brother.
time where he'd make what seemed to be a satirical tweet stating that he was voting for Kanye, which warranted responses.
Yeah, but when was this? Oh, this is from 2020. Who cares? When are they going to get to the where he shot a guy at Walmart? Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. I don't remember the specifics though.
Responses such as, "Waste, I can't believe you're even promoting this. Baby, you got too big of a platform to be tweeting this nonsense.
Shut up.
You're not even eligible to vote." Which
this was way before Kanye's anti-Semitism stuff.
accompanied a different, more recent video where he'd get angry at a flight attendant for not combing her hair.
You gonna pay all that for that flight, you gonna comb your head. Straight up, they nah, dog. You gonna pay all that, you gonna comb your head at least.
Bro, what? Why are you making fun of this? It's a flight attendant.
Straight up, they nah, dog. You gonna pay all that.
Bro, come on. Listen, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but I don't know how you can criticize her for not combing her hair when your friend here's got an actual, like, fucking plunger on his head. Okay? And don't come at me saying that's some fucking racist shit, because it's not. I've never seen a black person with a hairstyle like this. And it's fine. You do you, right? I got a hairstyle like this, but why are you coming at her for not having her fucking hair done, dude? Come on. You can't have these types of double standards, bro. Okay? This guy looks like was it Cameron Diaz from what the fuck's that movie? Fuck, I can't even say it. What's that movie where she puts cum in her hair and she fucking shoots her hair up? There's something about Mary. It's like Cameron Diaz from that. Yeah, dude. Like Spitting Image. Come on, bro. You can't be doing this. You can't be doing that, bro. Come on.
Comb your head, the least you can do.
This is probably part of the reason why DaBaby believes that social media can become a negative thing once you reach a certain size.
But at some point, I think like it may be safer for you not to use it as much because you can become overexposed.
But the real question is, how has this affected the performance of his music? Well, his latest album released in September 2022, which was titled Baby on Baby 2, sold only 16,000 units in its first week. Which
How much do they usually sell?
is 87% less than Baby on Baby 1, which sold 124,000 units in its first week. The music video for one of the songs on his new album titled Boogeyman features 5 different people, one of which being an obviously gay person, and throughout the video everyone is killed besides the gay guy, before DaBaby daps him up at the end, says, "I ain't got a problem with you," and once again apologizes for the rolling loud comments.
Oh my god.
The whole thing just feels extremely performative and insincere, with
What a fucking crazy video.
this clear attempt at avoiding controversy, only resulting in more controversy.
At that point, he should have just killed the gay guy in his video and said, like, fuck it, I'm doubling down, you know?
Because alongside his new album's poor release, DaBaby announced that he had to cancel one of his shows after selling only 500 tickets to a venue which seated 14,000. Going to a DaBaby concert because I need some alone time, and I know no one else will be there. If I put all my followers in a room and sang a little song to them, then I'd have a more successful concert than DaBaby. DaBaby concert was lit. However, to DaBaby's credit, he's taken his setbacks quite humbly, having replied to his lower album sales by stating, "Not bad for the blackboard baby."
Baby, okay. Hey, he's building back up, brother. I can respect that. Sometimes you fall off and you just got to fall back on, you know?
There are a lot of people who have covered in the past that are clearly deserving of their poor reputations, but you could argue that DaBaby isn't really one of them. He's a hard worker.
We didn't mention the time that he shot someone at Walmart. I don't remember the specifics, but I don't think it was, I don't remember the specifics. I don't think it was that crazy, but I think he did kill the guy, which is cool crazy, but I don't remember the story, so.
With a library of incredibly well-made music, yet he's been unable to keep his mouth closed on controversial topics, which only compounds when you compromise your integrity and change your personality to suit whatever the audience wants you to be.
Well, hey guys, listen. God bless DaBaby. Let's hope that he comes back and he rises to the sky, just like Papa Gut will as well in 2023.
I want Papa Gut to pee on my face, but just as a friend. There's nothing weird about that. I want him to pee on my face.